hardest part of being a superhero?
I just been Hey everybody, how's it going? We're back to playing Mahjong. You know, I kind of got inspired by the Yakuza stream, where we ended up doing that for most of the night. I can completely and utterly blame the, why is the reactive alive? Yeah, I can completely blame the Yakuza stream for this. It made me want to play some Mahjong. But yeah, I'm thinking tonight. Been playing a lot of 3-player recently, so I think tonight we're going to be trying to climb the ranks in 4-player. And Alive is good. Alive is a good start. Yeah, I get you. I've also been kind of dealing with some stuff today. I've been working on that video too. I thought it was going to be done a lot sooner than it was. Now, there's so much clip editing to go into it. It is goddamn awful. I just know. I don't want to work on it anymore. I don't like it. But I've worked so much on it that I feel like I have to finish it. Yeah, this game has an audio loop that kind of drives me a little bit fucking nuts over too long, but we're gonna be just dealing with it. Because, you know, actually, wait, maybe. Do we need this music and this music? No, we don't. And then we can still get the stuff that says people are going into Riichi. Okay. Even better. Now we can just sit here in awkward silence while I search for music. I think we're just going to go with some lo-fi. Just going to have ourselves a chill stream tonight. And maybe a little bit of rage if I get a Yakuman and somebody just fucking steals it out from under me. But you know, that tends to happen. That's what Mahjong's like. You get a good hand, and then somebody says, no, fuck you, you're not allowed to play that. Yeah, how much does everyone here know about Mahjong? I guess that's a good question to start with. Because, like, it's kind of an intricate game, but at the same time, you know, it's not, like, the world's most complex. Like, kind of think about it almost like a card game, right? Like, you got these tiles, right? They're all certain things. There's certain ways you want to handle, you know, draws and discards. Like, right now, we have actually 2 of the wind tiles, and it's east wind, and we are also north wind. So we want to keep that. We only have 1 of the green dragons, so we'll just get rid of that. That timer there behind me that you probably can't see is so people... Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay, people are conning right off the bat. A little bit more intense of a start than intended, but whatever. We can survive it. So what you want is, like, if you get something that's a sequence of 3, so 7, 8, 9, right? Usually a bad sequence to have, but still a sequence nonetheless. The reason being you don't want terminals. Terminals can block you off from certain special kinds of hands. So 1s and 9s you don't really want if you're beginning. How's it going, Caboose? My head hurts. Ooh, we can get rid of that 9, and we can try to go for what's known as Chitoisu, which is all pairs. So, that's what we're going to be going for. It's usually a pretty chill game. You can kind of troll people by just, you know, using your emotes and whatnot. Some characters have better emotes than the others. I will have to admit that. Yeah, we are on our way to having all pairs pretty easily. I feel like I should either shrink myself or shrink the game screen. I did not think ahead while doing this. I have an idea. I think it's going to be me that has to shrink. We'll do it in between the rounds. Or, because they are going for a while there, I can just very quietly move myself. Aha! We are going to be getting rid of east tile. It's the one that's least likely to get a match. Let's see. No, we don't want that. We don't want to pawn that. It's risky to get rid of 5s, because 5s are, like, the most usable. But, you know, it is what it is. You sometimes have to get rid of things that aren't exactly the most optimal discards. Luckily... God damn it. I was gonna say, luckily, it seems we're safe, but no. Okay, that is a very small hand, though. It's just 2 Hans, so... It's gonna put me in 4th for a little bit. Doesn't matter. We can pick up from here. It's a pity to lose on a good hand, though. Getting all pairs is usually pretty nice. It's like 2 Han minimum, and then I had 2 Dora, so that would have, you know, been 4 Han minimum. But if I did it with a closed hand, I also could have got Riichi, which then would have pushed into 5, which means at minimum I would have had Mahjong, which is a minimum of like 8,000 points. So a little disappointing missing out on that. It happens though. Yeah, you know, just living my best life as an old man, just sitting around playing Mahjong as much as I can. I'm gonna get rid of that 4. Okay, now we can get rid of the East. And not too much caboose, just, you know, playing some Mahjong, enjoying the night. How about yourself? Let's see, we have a bunch of pairs over. We are back to the multiple pairs of everything strategy. This probably isn't going to work out because I do want to maintain that Dora. So unless we can get like another 3, which would be pretty nice, I think we're going to have to discard it at some point. Discarding the Dora tile, very iffy. Discarding the Dora tile when you can build into a 4-5 off of it, even worse. Okay, we're going to get rid of that. That's safe because it's 3 away from the 1, so there's a whole pattern of things that you can and can't undo. See, they have 2 in their discard pile, so we can get rid of the 2 we just drew. And nice. Oh, God damn it. They pulled what they needed. It's okay, though. I wasn't dealer, so I don't lose as much. When you're dealer, you always lose the most amount of points. Yeah, let me know how the stress test for Killing Floor goes. Fuck yeah, 2 Dora off the bat, I can use that as my pair. And I got Delta South tile, and I'm south of... Hell yeah. Ah, somebody got rid of 1 south already. If somebody discards another south, that means that we can no longer go for targeting that. Because south tiles and dragon tiles, you can only really play if you have them in 3s. You can play them as a pair, but they don't get you anything special. And me, I like getting the special extra points, because who doesn't like extra points? I mean, if you play games and you don't go for the, you know, the bonus points, are you even playing? I would say no. Getting rid of the 8. Also, I like the fact that we can play this and it gives us the options of putting the numbers up top for the people who don't really, like, quite get the numbering system. You know what? Yeah, we're doing this. We're hitting that, we're getting rid of that. Because now we have 4 Dora tiles. We have 3 of the regular Dora. Then we have Aka Dora, which is just red Dora tile. Okay, get rid of that. We can get rid of the 2 later. Yeah, we don't need that. Get rid of that. Usually the Dora indicator tile is also something you want to get rid of as soon as you can if you're not using it to build. And this is why I held on to the south tile. Now we can safely discard. Yeah, we're going to chi that. We are going to take the one with 5, get rid of the 2. Now we have only the 8 and the red dragon to worry about. But since the 8 is something we know is safe, we are going to be... Actually, the dragon's safe, so we can get rid of that, and that puts us in a better position. So if somebody discards a 7, and it doesn't matter. Welcome to Mahjong, everybody. Doesn't matter how well you play, you're still getting fucked over. But yeah, Mahjong is one of those games where it's the philosophy of it doesn't matter how good you are, you're going to lose anyways, very much applies. Kind of the same way as how back in the day it was like, what, StarCraft 2, it was no matter what you can do, a South Korean kid is probably doing it better. Anybody remember those memes? I mean, are they really memes though if it's outright truth? Like, I don't know, whenever I play a game and it's like a first-person shooter, or it's like a strategy game, and I see a South Korean name, right, I'm just like, you know what? I think I'm gonna lose here. In fact, I don't just think, I know. Yeah. I was once talking about that with someone, and like, they asked the question of like, how do you know it's not a North Korean? It's like, how do you explain to someone who doesn't keep track of shit that, you're not gonna be playing games against a North Korean? It's just not happening. I mean, if you are, you're probably playing against, you know, one of the, the Kim dynasty. And that's about it. Because, I had to explain to someone that Steam is not accessible in North Korea, really. There was that one user for a while, but they've since gone dark. Nobody knows what happened to that one Steam, like the one North Korean Steam user. People were pretty sure for a while that that account was just someone who was like spoofing. But we've never had confirmation. Oh, you've got to be kidding me! Okay, cool. Oh, and they're dealers, so they get to stay, and... Damn. Hit me with 12,000 Mongon. And now I'm in 4th. You never want to be in 4th or 3rd. That's where you lose points. 2nd, pretty okay. Ideally, as with any competitive game, you want to be in 1st. Because, you know, if you're not 1st, you might as well be last. But yeah, I think we got this. We just either need a 3rd 4, or a 7. Get out of here, I don't need the 1.
Hello, motherfucker.
And how you doing, Project? Thank you for the ducks. Okay, we got another 8. Yeah, we can go for that. Yeah, we're playing some Mahjong. We're having ourselves a nice little chill night. Just one of those days I felt like, you know, maybe do a little something different. Maybe give y'all a lesson. Because, like, I was playing some Mahjong in Yakuza Kiwami 2. They had a mission that involved playing Mahjong. You had to get yourself up from 1,000 points to 1st place, so you could clear someone's debt. And it was a fun challenge. Honestly, I would like to see more game modes like that. So, you know, we're just gonna play that here. we're starting in East 3 with this right now with 9,100 points. It's gonna be a little bit of a challenge. But I think we can manage. I just need to not fuck this up. Which, quite frankly, for me, that's asking a lot. I'm gonna see if I can get all pairs this time around. Now, what it's gonna rely on is if I can get either the other red 5, so red 5 Mon, and then get the other... Never mind. I'm out. I've been beat. I'm fucking dead. Never mind. I'm not dead. I am just deader. Yeah. A little bit of a challenge. Crawling out of a hole, but, you know, happens. We don't need the south tile. And we don't need the north tile either, because we're dealer on East 4. So if we could just keep the dealer seat, theoretically, I can climb back. It's gonna be a pain in the ass, but it's possible. Now, realistically, this is kind of a poor position, because I don't have anything for a pair. Well, I do now, and my pair is in the middle of a run. So still not great. Okay, the pair's no longer in a run, but I have a terminal now, so I cannot pawn or chi. And I can't con unless I'm closed conning, but that only matters if I have, you know, 3 of one thing. I'm not the most pro. I am, like, basically what you would say 3rd rank gold in this. So, like, I wouldn't say super pro. We're getting rid of the 5 as soon as we can. But I'm also not a complete novice either. So, like, I know my stuff. Now it's a matter of whether or not I can get that stuff working. You know, the difference between pro and, you know, noob in a lot of games. The only real difference is whether or not you can put theory into practice. Now, I'm gonna get rid of the 4 if I can. And hopefully, nobody's gonna be calling on me. Yeah, no, I have to pass on that. Unfortunate, but it needs to be done. Then we have to get one of these paired up with something, or one of these paired up with something. But not paired up with this, because that was not a tile I needed. Oh, of course, they get the one I need. And I get a 1, but not the one that I need. I love how it just gives me the 1 so. Oh, and I guess that helped them. Okay. Ah, lovely. Well, actually, that does help me. That decides I don't need the 5. At all. Because they just got Rond directly. And they got hit with G-Toy. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was trying to go for, is all pairs. They took the hand I was trying to get 3 times in a row. Motherfuckers. Okay. That's fine. We could just see what we can pull off here. Okay, honor tiles, no longer necessary. Gonna be pulling a Prince Zuko here and have no honor. Yeah, get rid of that. Hey, we got another pair. Got one pair, two pair. Then we got a triplet. Might be able to do something with this. Might be able to not do something with this. Three's a safe discard. Just go with the 9. Ballsy. Okay. Get rid of the 1. Hope that doesn't screw me. Five's risky, but we gotta do it. Same with the 4. Okay, at least we didn't drop anything they would have needed. They were waiting on a 1? Weird. See, that's something you generally never want to do, is have 1 tile that you wait for. You want something to be on the edges of 1, where it's like, you have 5, 6, and then you need a 4 or 7 to pull. Instead of it being like, you have 4, 6, and need to pull a 5. Usually that's something you want to avoid. Okay, we'll get rid of the north. Even though it's a pair that's not good for us. Because, like, we already have the 3s and we can get better stuff. If we can really get easy, we can try to build out all the pin. Now, realistic? Not necessarily. But if I can, that would be amazing. Oh, we don't need that one. All the others were already on the table. Okay. Oh, we got 8 pin. Okay. We are getting one step closer. Okay, we're missing a 1. We need a 6 and a 9. We need a 1, 6, 9. And instead, we got another 2. But none of the ones we need have been discarded yet, so that actually is pretty good for us. I just had to open my mouth. And I'm assuming that was a bot that just got, you know, thrown into oblivion by another bot. I love how we're at the day and age where we have, like, auto mod bots that fight the advertisement bots. It's just kind of, it feels like when you make, like, 2 sides of NPCs in Gary's mod and make them fight against each other to the death. Kind of reminds me of that. Hopefully I'm not the only one that ever did that as a kid, otherwise I may have just, you know, sold myself out for having issues. Okay, we got a 4. That's better than nothing. I still want a 6 and a 1 and a 9. They just discarded my 6. I hate them. They have all 3 6s and there's only 1 left. I hate this one even more. The wrong 6. Dora indicator. Throwing it out during Riichi. Not my greatest move, so we're gonna go with the white dragon. Well, that tells me nothing. Okay, you know what? Screw it. We're doing that, and we're gonna have to wait on a 6. And they sumoed. Okay. And if they hit big enough, they can actually knock me out of the game entirely. They may have. They didn't. Okay, we're safe. Not the greatest first round. This is why I don't stream Mahjong regularly. I'll do great off stream. I will absolutely kick ass. And then I'll play on stream and then I'll just be absolute shit. I don't know why. I feel like my luck does not enjoy when people watch me. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I feel like luck almost has a sentience to it. Because whenever anyone's watching me do something, can't make it happen. Do it by myself? Easy. I don't know what the deal is. We also just need a 6 here. Somebody give me a 6, come on! No? Okay. It's just like, I don't know, it's one of those things where it's just like, it always feels like if I try anything in like any capacity, right? Where it's just like, oh yeah, this is a cool thing I think I can do. I haven't tried it before, but I want to try, you know, making it happen. Do it on stream? Never. Do it off stream? Easy. Okay, we'll just get rid of that. And yeah, now we just need to wait. Get a 6, hopefully. That's not a 6, neither is that. Oh, of course. Of course, they Riichi on a 6. But of course. Gonna get rid of that one. That means we have 2 8s. We can get rid of 1, still be able to pick up a 6. That is the wrong kind of 6. Oh. Even worse kind of 6. It's the one they needed. That is, like, the worst thing to throw out there. And they didn't have the decency to knock me out either. Thanks. I appreciate it. Thank you, player from across the table. Yeah, this game has not been my best. I'm not even gonna try to pretend that this ranks anywhere in one of the games that I would consider good. 'Cause yeah, no, I've just, like, every opportunity I've had got stolen from me. Which, you know, that's kind of normal. But just so much of this has just not gone to plan. We're gonna get rid of that. I'm also gonna turn off my lights. Okay. We have a 5, and we have Green Dragon. Green Dragon's getting discarded. Okay. And now, I can get rid of that 7 for this 7. I can hope that, just maybe, we'll be able to get pairs. But it's seeming unlikely. Get rid of the honor tiles, because nobody seems to play those, so... Oh, okay. 777. That's good. You want to see that. Okay, we'll get rid of that. If I could get all concealed triplets, that would be amazing. That would be the best way to catch back up. It's unlikely. But if I do it to this person here, I'm not going to be able to now. But in theory, if I could, that would have been the most optimal move. Okay, we're just throwing out the 8 and hoping. Oh, hey, that actually worked. Throw out that 2. But of course, you also want to try and throw out near the terminals, because those are usually the safest for when you have to fold. But evidently not so here. Yeah, we lost 60 points. It's a little rough. It happens. Just jump back in and hope for the best. Yeah, that's kind of the rhythm of this game. It's like poker. You win some, you lose some, but it feels like you lose more in this. Either that or I used all of my luck, like, you know, outside of stream. That could also be the case. But yeah. It's just one of those things where, like, it's just something I enjoy doing. Mahjong's just kind of chill. It's a good way to hang out, good way to work your brain. And I don't know if it's picking up on stream, but the tiles in this game have a very satisfying clicky type of sound. And I like it. Got kind of that, you know, nice clack to it. Kind of like the same reason why I like working with keyboards and, like, building them and whatnot, you know? Like the different switch sounds. I really enjoy those. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but definitely mine. Okay. Now, I wonder, can I check people's... I can. I can check what their careers are. Okay. So yeah, you can actually check people's, like, careers and stats. It's like you can see what they do the most. Kind of get a feel for their... Okay, this person's probably, yeah, I'm gonna probably go on the side of most likely a Smurf. Because this game does have a problem with Smurfs. But, you know, that's just a thing. Happens in a lot of games. But yeah, it's just a thing. Okay, we don't need that, because we are a dealer, which means we're east. So we need the east tiles. I'm not a fan of that. Let's get rid of that 4. There we go, get rid of the red dragon, because that's the safe. Okay, green dragon, a little bit risky because there's none in the discards. I don't know. Sometimes, ooh, hello! Now we just need a 6-so or a 9-so. And it gave us a 5, but we know that's not what they need because this has already been discarded here. 3's a little bit more risky. Okay, 3's good. And we got Sumo. We stole their Riichi, which means they lose 1,000 points. And we stay in the dealer seat, which honestly I'm not a fan of. So, Smurfs and Mahjong are just kind of a thing, because there's not a lot of people who play, so... Or at least not a lot of people who play in this game. So you'll find people making, like, alt accounts and whatnot, or de-ranking themselves on purpose. And it just kind of fucks up the experience. Let's see, I am gonna hold on to that east and get rid of that 9. And how's it going, Classics? How you doing? Yeah, we're getting rid of the 6, because it doesn't have anything to connect to. Don't really need the 9, so we're not going to keep that. Get rid of the white dragon. Ooh. We want that red tile, so we are going to get rid of the 2. I did hear about Iron Mouse, what happened with the V Shoujo stuff. Honestly, it sucks, but I can't say I'm surprised that they had issues. For me, at least, I saw the writing on the wall of them not necessarily being, you know, a cohesive company. A while back with the Hogwarts Legacy stuff with Silvervale and, you know, what's her name, Fruit. Like, when I saw that shit go down, I was just like, yeah, no, as a corporation, they probably have some questionable things going on. I just don't know what. But if you can't support your talent and make your talent show, you know, a fucking, like, cohesive line and actually have each other's back, at least, you know, public facing, there's usually issues. Yeah, that too. That's also incredibly fucked. You know, we're gonna grab that too. We're gonna get rid of this because there's a possibility of going for Toy Toy. But yeah, the fact that they were doing that is just one of those things where it's just like... Sometimes companies will do stuff that just doesn't pass the sniff test. And like, let's be real. They were called a V shit show for the longest time. For a reason. So it's like, them doing some shady shit should not be totally surprising, in my opinion. Like, just when something doesn't pass the sniff test. For me, that's usually when I'm just like, you know, something's setting off the alarms. You can't, you know, give it the whole trust. It's also why you don't trust corporations entirely to begin with. Yeah, exactly. Also with like VTuber companies in general, unless it's like a huge one with like a good track record, you're probably only gonna hear about them when they're fucking up. Aside from like, you know, HoloLive. But if you hear about Niji Sanji, it's almost always that Niji Sanji fucked up because, well, it's fucking Niji Sanji. You know, enough said. And boom! Toy Toy, motherfucker! Oof, about time we started winning some hands. But yeah, no, just the stuff that was going on, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just incredibly fucking cynical. That could be the case. But just the way how I saw they were conducting themselves in the first place made me feel like they were a questionable entity to begin with. Like, I don't know. I also have this thing where it's like, I will sometimes get emails where it will be like an account on Twitter that is like, oh, we're starting up a VTuber group, or we're starting up a VTuber corporation. And I'm just like, I have no idea who the fuck you people are, and you're asking me to just like co-sign my name onto something where I don't know any of you. You're just reaching out at random. You know, like, it's something I see pervasive in just the VTuber sphere itself, is just, I guess you could call it a lack of common business sense. Because, like, unless you really know people well, you shouldn't want to join up or start up a company with, you know, people who you just don't know. My biggest issue with VShojo always was the fact that it had nanners. Because, like, some people love her, some people hate her. I just remember that she made her entire, you know, pre-VTuber career off of 4chan memes, and then completely and utterly started disavowing, you know, 4chan and her audience. And just, you know, even if she sticks to her guns on it, there's just something to be said about the type of people that will turn their back on their initial audience. Because, like, those are the people who built you up from nothing. And I don't know. I don't feel like those are usually the types of people to respect or want to work with. And it's just something that I also, like, had in music. Like, if you're dealing with, like, a type of musician who starts out in one genre and is like, oh no, I'm playing this now because it's popular and I'm never touching this other one again, usually a problem. Thank God they direct wronged that other person, so I'm out of the dealer seat. But, like, so Nanners, Natasha Nanners, as her VTuber name goes, is someone who was on 4chan. She was the one who did, like, the pump song. It was basically like an internet, like, lolicon meme thing, where it was, like, always making fun of the trope of, like, you know, the little sister, like, big brother dynamic in a lot of animes in, like, the mid 2000s. And, like, it was something that was kind of a parody of that. And she kind of tried scrubbing that off the internet after she had her whole, like, morality change. Which, like, if you change your morals, sure, fine. But realize that everyone, if you start, you know, shitting on your initial audience, everyone is gonna hate you. Like, it's just gonna happen. You may get your new audience, but that new audience is gonna be extremely fickle. In fact, probably more fickle than you were in chasing that new audience. Because, like, if you go for the approval of people who consistently are in that morality spiral, and they find out, oh, you were once this edgy comedy kind of person, it's never gonna go well. And I believe that has happened, actually, several times. And yeah, that too, classics. Like, the fact that Iron Mouse was really, you know, the powerhouse there, it honestly feels not too dissimilar from, like, you know, Gura leaving, you know, Hololive. Except, you know, with Hololive, there is more star power there. It's not just the one star. But, that being said, Gura was a huge name and a huge influence, right? So even if you have other well-known names, other well-known entities, it's still something that's going to create a problem overall for the rest of the brand, because outside of the, you know, the VTuber ecosystem, losing a name like that is a huge deal, because you're going to have, you know, less pull from outside of VTubing. So it's one of those things where it's just like, business-wise, it's definitely gonna fuck them. Same thing with Hololive. Losing out on, you know, someone who's a well-known talent is always going to hurt these types of companies. And quite frankly, you know, it's something that I would say is this is why even if you have a company that will pay you out, you should be watching your own finances. Like, I'm not saying it's on Iron Mouse for not watching her own money. But I will say that trusting a company to handle your money regardless, without doing your due diligence, is a bad idea. Like, you can trust your boss to distribute, you know, checks through payroll. That's fine. But it doesn't mean it's a good idea. You know, you always should double check your hours, double check the breakdown. Anything involving money, it should always be treated with very little trust. Exactly. And like the fact that that wasn't caught earlier, you know, that's one of those things where it's another reason why you should check. It's basic finances. Always make sure you're watching your own stuff, even if you have somebody working them for you. Like, I don't know. Maybe I sound asinine for saying that. But that's honestly, you know, it's kind of just a basic thing that you should do. You run a business, you run your own business, you work for yourself. Even if you have someone doing the cash distribution, you should always be, you know, checking and running those numbers. But then again, I come from a family where, you know, it's pretty much everyone has been self-employed. So maybe I come with a different perspective on that kind of thing. It's completely possible. I don't know. It's one of those things where I just feel like it's not that it could have been prevented, but it is one of those things that probably could have been caught sooner. Oh, for fuck's sake, really? That's the one you were waiting on, was the 9? Okay, dude. And was it a quarter mil? I thought it was like half a mil. Like, I thought it was a larger number than a quarter. Not that it changes anything. Maybe it changes the severity. But yeah, like, I don't know. It just feels like one of those things where it's just like, this is why you don't trust people with your money. Hell, I don't even trust my own fucking CPA. You know, the few times I've had to actually have taxes done because I made enough money that I had to file taxes, I would still check that shit. Because, like, I just don't trust a motherfucker. That's just how it is. Like, you can be a professional and everything, sure. Doesn't mean I'm gonna trust you with my cash. Okay, let's see. What do we have here? Come on. Oh, goddamn. I could have had a pair. Pair of 8s and wouldn't be in state of no yaku. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's one of those things where I just find it frustrating when it's just more or less a case of people not really understanding the business sense. To never simply let someone have free reign of the money. Like, I don't know. I don't believe in letting people having free reign to do what they want cash-wise, if it's my cash. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just obsessive about this kind of stuff. Totally could be the case. I don't know. Business-wise, it just doesn't seem right to just trust, you know, someone who could be just a random person. You don't know the background of these people who are handling your money. You know, you just don't trust them to do what they're supposed to. You have to be on top of the people that you work with, regardless. Like, I don't know. It seems to be a case that I see a lot of VTubers, at least a lot of the bigger VTubers, having like financial issues because they're just not watching their fucking money. And that always astounds me. Like, I feel like that's something that would be basic business advice. But, like, I don't know. Maybe it's not. Okay, we need to drop this 4. The 1 is safe. We can drop the 1. Okay, let's see. Get rid of that. Okay, that's fine. Still in second. It's better. I mean, I can understand that, you know, she wouldn't want to have to worry too much about going over the money. But also considering that, you know, she can't, you know, in her own words, work a normal job, that's more reason to go over your, you know, stuff, even if it's just like a cursory glance once a year, just to make sure that, you know, things are in the right order. Because when you are sick, you know, you never know if you're gonna get worse, if you're gonna get better. It's not one of those things that, you know, is something that's necessarily set in stone. So that's something that's really one of those things where I feel like it's you have to even more so be on top of things. Because let's say, you know, God forbid something happens health-wise, right? She should want to have that already sorted out. I don't know if she does. I don't know what her situation is with that. But I just feel like that's the mindset that realistically you probably should have when dealing with any kind of corporation, any kind of corporate entity that handles your money, is you need to at least look over it, you know, maybe twice a year. I mean, she did explain why, but at the same time, I feel like it's one of those things where it's just like, that is you are playing with fire situation when you aren't having, you know, at least someone, you know, close to you at that point, making sure to go over your finances. Because, like, even with, like, the idea of, you know, anonymity, right? You still have the free reign to be able to look over your own finances by yourself, or have, like, a parent, you know, a family member, someone you trust. It's one of those things where I don't think there's any reasonable way to just be like, oh yeah, no, it's fine. Because something happens health-wise, you need the money, you need to make sure that it's there. The only way that you know you're going to be in that stable financial situation is if you insured it. You know, if you personally make sure that you're not going to end up a creek, you know? Again, this is also coming from someone with, like, I've had family members with chronic illnesses, I've had family members with terminal illnesses, and you see the difference of, like, what good financial planning can have on those situations. Because, like, if you're not taking care of yourself, you are putting yourself in a very poor situation, and it's not going to work out well for you. And at the end of the day, you know, even if someone else is the cause of it, if you weren't the one watching over your shit, it does fall onto you to some degree. Like, she was saying she wanted to be more in control of her finances, you know, kind of take that step forward, which, you know, I find that commendable. But you should always have, you know, been looking over your stuff at the end of the year, even if it's just to say, like, oh, hey, I know I made this much, I just want to make sure the numbers match up. That's just my personal opinion on it. It's like, I don't know, I just... Maybe it's also, you know, me being me. I'm very anal retentive about making sure that, you know, all the, you know, the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. I don't like seeing, even on, like, a checkbook, having, like, a penny off. Everything, money-wise, needs to be perfection. Like, I'm very anal retentive about that stuff. So, you know, again, it could just be my perspective on it, where it's like, there are just certain things you don't fucking take risks with. For me, anything that can, you know, help to take care of one's own life, help to take care of one's family, that's the kind of stuff you don't, you know, really play fast and loose with. And I feel like not having oversight on your finances is playing fast and loose. But again, that could just be me. Now, the situation itself, completely fucked. I hope, you know, V Shoujo gets what's fucking coming to them for having done something like that, because, you know, more than just, you know, who they did, you know, that way, it's also what they did. And that kind of shit's unacceptable. Like, I fucking hate it when people are just like, oh yeah, no, let's just not pay out. Let's not do the things we said we would do. Which also, if it's something that's raising, you know, funds for charity, like, even if you aren't doing it through, like, a Tiltify or something, if you are collecting money under that fucking, what's the word? Like, under that pretense, I could be wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure if you collect money under the pretense of it going to charity, whether or not it's something that's already set up for charity, has massive fucking tax implications. So, in a way, even though it was the company's doing, the fact that it was collected under Iron Mouse's name and under her brand, and then never distributed, can probably have some pretty damning legal consequences for her. Which makes it an even more fucking unacceptable situation. Like, I'm sure we all remember the stuff with the completionist. His shit was done on purpose. But there is a thing with the law where it's, you know, ignorance of the law does not, you know, preclude responsibility to it. So, ignorance is no exception. Not keeping track of your finances and something like this happening. there's a very real possibility of it meaning trouble for her. And that's honestly the worst part of it. Also, I'm pretty sure my white dragon was in the dead wall. Yeah, there's a lot when you think about it in terms of what all the moving pieces are and everything. But yeah, end of the day, never trust a company. Doesn't matter if they're the company paying you. You don't trust them. Simple as that. Like, I don't think that every relationship work-wise should be seen as adversarial, but understand that if you're working for someone, if they are paying you, no matter how good the relationship is there, chances are you are not friends with that entity. Like, just full stop. You are not friends with your boss, most likely. You might feel like you are, but at the end of the day, if they can fire you and get, you know, someone for cheaper, make things easier on them, make the bottom line a little fatter, they're gonna do it. It's the reason why the idea of, you know, like, fucking company loyalty is a goddamn joke. Why be loyal to a company that won't care if they keep you around or not? Like, that's one of those things where it's a very outdated mentality. Like, I can tell you one thing. I will never, in all my years, trust any company I work for because of the amount of times I've been fucked over by a company. Like, granted, that also can be an experiential thing of if you're used to this type of stuff, if you've worked in that kind of thing before, you've seen it, you get used to it, you become a little jaded about it. You get fucked over by someone when you drop a 2. But yeah, just, I don't know. It feels like one of those situations where, like, it could have gone down differently for simply just looking over, you know, just end of the year documentation. Exactly. 99% of the company will think you're just a fucking number. Like, companies generally don't care who the fuck you are. Like, come into work late 3 days in a row, right? And tell them, like, oh, sorry, I was just taking care of a family member with cancer. Doesn't matter if you actually have one or not. Tell them that. They're gonna tell you it's no fucking excuse for being late. They don't give a shit about you. They're a company. Simple as that. Like, I'll tell you one that was really fucked up for my life. Now, I know I don't talk about my family much, and that's for good reason. I don't think this information really needs to be out there. But my father had a terminal illness. And he died in the middle of one of, like, my very important school years. Like, it was practically, well, it was in fact, like, I want to say my second to last year. And it was during finals. I had to miss a final to attend my father's, you know, funeral. And, you know, I stayed with my family. I did what I had to do. You know, you do what you do when a family member dies. If you've been through it, you know what it all is, what all is going on, right? So I stay home. I'm taking care of that. I'm not really even getting so much of a chance to mourn when it happens. And then after that, I have to go back to just doing my regular shit at school. I have to go back to finals. And the final that I missed because of the funeral, I told the professor. And the professor looks me dead in the eye, and they just go, I need a receipt of, you know, either their coffin or I need their death certificate. This is, you know, school policy. Which, first off, fuck you. How dare you? Secondly, worst thing you can fucking ask a person after a family member has died is like, well, do you have proof they died? But yeah, I had to march in the day after that with the receipt for my father's cremation. Not a comfortable situation, but definitely a lesson in the fact that any large entity, any corporation, any school, any of that shit, they don't give a fuck about you. They never will. They don't care. So the lesson there is just, you know, you gotta, you know, be on top of your own shit. You gotta watch out for yourself. Because your best interest is not theirs. Your best interest does not affect the company. It doesn't affect your school. For all intents and purposes, for a school, for a company, if you do not show up because, let's say, you die or something, right? They are perfectly happy to fill that seat that was just vacated at a lower cost if they're a company, or at a higher tuition if they're a school. Because at the end of the day, as far as they're concerned, you're not a person, you're a product. And that's how it's always just going to be the way that they'll treat you. That's just how they do it. And we are getting rid of the 9. Boom! We are at a minimum of 3 Han, plus Riichi, so 4 Han. We might eke in to Mahjong, but I think we're going to score just under it. Now it's a matter of getting 4 Mon or the south tile. Now, if somebody's stupid, they'll discard the 4 Mon and give me Mahjong just like that. But more than likely, somebody's going to play, you know, play it safe and discard an honor tile instead of a Dora. But we can hope. I've seen dumber things happen in these games. But I don't think I'm seeing it today. These people are really good at dodging. Okay, they're chasing this far in. There we go, I told you. South tile was the most likely one. Hey, we got Mahjong. We just barely slid in. Boom, first place, just like that. Now we just need to maintain. Which, honestly, maintaining, a lot harder than it fucking sounds. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. My rule is just, anything that profits off of you, you have to understand, is not your friend. Like, Nintendo. Everyone got so shocked with how, like, litigious Nintendo is. Even though they have a huge history of lawsuits and everything. So, like, the Pal World thing, not surprising. The Switch 2 being, you know, fucking sold as, you get a license to play Nintendo games on this hardware that we're licensing you the software. That shouldn't have surprised anyone. That's just the next step in how things are. And it's why I fight against digital media all the time. I'm very much a physical media person for a reason. And like, you know, you have all these people who treat Nintendo like their friend, like, oh, Shigeru Miyamoto's a great guy. All of this stuff is gonna be fucking fantastic because, you know, good old Shigeru's behind it. No, he doesn't give a fuck about you. In fact, he has tanked several games out of just being a fucking, you know, petty asshole. He's done it. It's not unheard of. He actually tanked, like, Dinosaur Planet. He decided Dinosaur Planet's no longer Dinosaur Planet, it's now Star Fox Adventures. Because he just figured it would be better to put his stuff on it because that's how he wanted it. These people are not your friends. You may have a lot of, you know, good memories from your childhood because of Nintendo. Nintendo's not your friend. And yeah, exactly. Like, they'll fucking break your system, but how the fuck are they breaking your system now for playing old games, Hex? What have they been doing now? Is this a new thing, or is this, again, for, like, people fucking jailbreaking and whatnot? Like, I can't wait for people to crack that tech, because, like, I'm really about open source stuff. I think that we should have the right to repair things. I absolutely fucking despise the idea that even with cars, right? You're not basically allowed to fix your car anymore. Wait, what the fuck? Legit games. Okay, yeah, you're gonna have to send that to me. In fact, I'm mad as fuck about this, just hearing it. I might have to make a video on this shit. Like, if you thought me eviscerating fucking Senna Breyer's voice acting was bad, Nintendo's about to get a full company-wide asshole ripped open. This shit makes me angry. And quite frankly, you're gonna like me when I'm angry, because I'm fucking hilarious. But goddamn. Like, I have never gone from, this is a staple of my childhood, I love it, to, I hope this company fucking burns, as fast as I have with Nintendo this year. Like, yeah, Mario 64, fantastic. Ocarina of Time, love it. GameCube, greatest console of all time, I think, actually. Like, I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I think we genuinely had significantly better choice and quality of game on the GameCube than we did on the N64. That being said, the N64, still my favorite console. But it had a lot of issues. The controller, for one, was weird as fuck. I like it, but it was not a good controller. The GameCube controller fixed it. One of the greatest fucking designs. And okay, I need to hear about the trouble they're in with Brazil as well, classics. I feel like we should just open up a fucking section in my Discord where y'all can just, like, send me videos for me to go over and review and maybe make videos on. I know everybody these days is on that fucking React content grind bullshit. I'm not a fan of React content, to be honest. But, you know what? I might even start doing some shit. Because, like, I don't know. I need to be able to talk about these things. I need to be able to stay up to date, so why not, you know? Two birds, one stone. Or in this case, two companies, one very angry Jewish Sicilian with a keyboard. I mean, for God's sakes, could you imagine me, Jewish Sicilian, if I ever had the gumption to go and get a law degree? Could you imagine how fucked every company would be? Like, honestly, I'm starting to think maybe it's a good idea. Maybe I should go back. Maybe I should go to law school. Because, like, sometimes I just want to fight God. And short of fighting God, I guess I'll just fight a multi-billion-dollar corporation. I don't give a fuck. I'll do it. Oh, for fuck's sake, really? Fuck you. Last tile. The last fucking tile. Well, at least I can have second place. Okay, I gained 55 points at least. I'm only down 5 points from when we started. Could be worse. Okay, let's see. Think about it. A game company that has a... Wait, what? Classics? I'm having a little trouble with the syntax here. Okay. I will look at my Discord now because I need to take a break. Anyways, I will be right back. I'm gonna take a 3-minute break. Enjoy the tunes and whatnot. If ads aren't playing. If they are playing, let me know the weirdest ad that you get the entire ad break. And we're back. Also, Hex, what the fuck is that last one? I have many questions. I'm disturbed, but also maybe somewhat intrigued. What do you mean, Dick's with a goat? Are we talking about Dick's Sporting Goods? God, I hope that's what we're talking about here. Otherwise, I'm curious as to what is in your browser history to make that show up. Concern. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you mean Dick's Sporting Goods, right? Let's see. A game dev publishing on Nintendo, if they can make an update and Nintendo doesn't approve, they can flag the console and software are Yeah, what the fuck, Nintendo? Oh, hey, look. There's 666 people in the moon category. We are now the most metal category of all Mahjong players. Oh, no, somebody joined in. It's now 667. They ruined it! I don't know who that extra person was, but they fucked it up. How dare they? Why couldn't these have been south tiles? Motherfucker! You know what? No. That's staying in my pair. Never mind. I don't need that as a pair. Mine. Taking that. We have a possibility of doing something. We have a possibility of doing something! Come on, come on. 3 dragons. Give me a white dragon. Give me a white dragon! Come on! There's a Yakuman. That's 3 dragons. I need the 3rd dragon. Come on! I'm passing that. I'm willingly dropping that. We could have won. We don't need to. We can make this a fast knockout round if we get that other dragon. We just need that last white tile. Yes! Motherfucker! I hope you step on a D4! You son of a bitch! They fucking just destroyed what was gonna be something beautiful. There we go. I really need a character with a voice line that's just something along the lines of, "Oh yeah!" Just something to tell the other players to fuck right off. Because that person fucking stealing that for 1,000 points when I had a fucking game-ending hand. I hope they fucking step on a metal D4. Like, I want that thing to be sharp. How dare they? I finally was about to get something I've been trying to make happen for over a year. I'm mad. So anyways, we're quitting Mahjong and we're going to be playing a different game now. Just kidding. We're sticking with Mahjong. And thank you for the Macho Man redeem there, Project. Much appreciated. Yeah, you know, if I've learned anything from the Macho Man Randy Savage, it's that this motherfucker over here, I'm gonna elbow drop them when I get the chance. I don't know who they are, but I have a special set of skills, and I will find them, and I will elbow drop them. It's just the rules. I don't make them. Also, I'd like to point out I am 4th place by literally 1. Oh yeah, and I can't even take these because fucking no Yaku. So I'm just gonna have to discard this, and then discard this, and then discard that. Madge. Very Madge. Yeah, there we go. Give me a winning hand. Fuck you. Fuck your mother. God damn it. As soon as I put down my thing, just ha ha ha. Wiley put down a thing. I'm taking it. Fuck you. Okay, let's see. What do we got here? We could try to get a 6, 7 here, and a 6 here, and a 6 here. Could try to go for Sanchaku Dojin. Is it reliable? Probably not. Can we? Sure. We can try. Building hands in Mahjong is like the DM's passive-aggressive answer to, I would like to do something in this game. And it's just, sure, you can try. Fucking run out a door, go to break it, you end up being eaten by a door-shaped mimic. Remember, the scariest words your DM can ever say to you are you sure, and you can try. That's how you know you've pissed off the DM somehow, and you should definitely find a way to apologize immediately. But okay, we're gonna try to go for Sanchaku here, which means we will have to chi any 6 that they drop for pin or mon. Yeah. That's not what we need. So we're not gonna pawn that. Okay, come on. Give me a 6. Or give me crippling disappointment. Fuck. Okay, just gonna get rid of that. Hold on to this, I guess. Lovely. Oh wait, this one actually might be safe to get rid of. Okay. 4 is a safe discard. So is 8. We need this. Taking it that way. Get rid of that. 5-pin is the thing I need to get rid of. Or I need to get a second one of to replace the 2s. Yeah, because the 2s are safe discards. Of questions here. Yeah, it doesn't matter anyways. Well, at least I wasn't dealer when that happened. Not that it mattered. I am honestly a bit miffed about not getting that, that Yakuman. That would have been nice. Did not log in tonight expecting to be cucked live on air. But, you know, I guess that's kind of what happened to the people who saw that their wife and husband were at the Coldplay concert, so... You know, can't say I'm the only one that that's happened to this month. Oh well. It's still salvageable. It's gonna be difficult, but it's salvageable. And that makes it a little easier. Now we just need to get the rest of a fucking hand. My brand of optimism. Oh hey, this is almost okay. But we're still fucked. Ah, yes, a thing that I don't need, but also a thing that I don't need, so we're gonna get rid of that one and then keep this one, but then we have to get rid of this one anyways. Fuck! We're getting rid of the 7 and hoping for the best. Well, I suppose that was the best outcome. Everyone stays in relatively the same places. Except for them. Well, we don't need the white dragon anymore. Yeah, sure, why not? Okay, we need to get rid of the ones, because now we're open. Okay. We get rid of that. Sorry, having to drink a little bit because the Nintendo stuff made me mad, and when I get mad, I get loud, and when I get loud, my voice hurts itself. In confusion. Honestly, Ford, not well. I got robbed. I was doing well. I was playing my my hand, you know. I was about to get a very rare hand. I was about to get a Yakuman. 3 dragons. And this motherfucker over here, when I discard my 7, when I pawned the white dragon to get all 3 dragons, they fucking hit me with a Ron on a 7 for a 1 Han hand. They stole what would have been like 36,000 points from me in exchange for them gaining 1,000 points. And I'm now in 4th. Other than that, I'm doing pretty okay. How you doing? And thank you for the head pat, and also have a good lurk there, Project. Exactly. Like, I hope they step on a metal D4 for the rest of their life. Every night when they need to get up to pee, I hope they step on that metal D4 and piss themselves. Because, yeah, then it's worse than just stepping on a metal D4. Because not only have you stepped on metal D4, you're now stepping on a metal D4 and also covered in piss. Which I think is a fitting punishment. Because how dare they? How fucking dare they steal my Yakuman? I was in Yakuman Tenpai, and they just go, "Ah, yes, a 1,000 point hand because fuck you." I'm losing my shit here, man. I'm losing my fucking shit here. Anywho, we're gonna try and build a straight. We're only missing the 2s, the 3s, and the 4s. Okay. We're gonna do that. That's the wrong 2. I misread which 2 that was. I'm stupid. We're in trouble. It's fine. We'll replace it for a 9. Ah, yes, the 3 that I needed. And the 2. This person, they're fucking taunting me over here. They're laughing at me. They're going, haha, Wiley, you're an idiot. Haha, look at you. I do not like this person over here. Okay, I think I just need a 4 and I can go into Riichi. Could be wrong. Ah, lovely. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to win that. Okay, let me see this. I'm okay. When I had to leave last time, turns out my buddy was repeatedly kicked in the shoulder at work, and... What the fuck? Oof. That is bad. I hope your friend gets well soon. And yet, no worries. Having to leave to take care of your friend for dealing with that kind of shit. Like, that's definitely top priority. No need to apologize on anything like that. Just holy shit. Okay, what do we need here? Let's get rid of this. There we go. We got 1, 2, 3. Then we need 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9. I mean, hey, at least he's alive. But damn, having to go and find a new career because of some fucking assholes. Ugh, that's always rough. Okay, 5 so is a safe discard now. So we're gonna discard it. Did I want that Akadora? Yes. Did it work with what I'm building? No. And neither does this 3. Yeah, like, having to switch into a new life is always one of the worst, most painful experiences. Because, like, people forget, you know, if you've lived your life doing one thing or, you know, preparing to do one thing, and then you have to change, right? Not only, depending on how the situation has changed, not only are you changing just like your life, you are having to learn how to live completely differently. And that can be an absolute fucking nightmare. Like, especially if it's something that's tied into your personality pretty well. Like, having to reinvent yourself that way is honestly painful. We're gonna get this, we're gonna get rid of that. And, like, people don't realize it's, you know, like, starting over, like, career-wise, sometimes can be like starting an entirely new life. New save file, same body. And that shit can be nightmarish. I know it was for me when I was having to learn how to live beyond doing music. I mean, I'm still learning how to live beyond doing music. Like, my wrists still fucking interfere with everything, even if I'm not playing bass. So, like, it's a thing that a lot of people just don't get. And it's kind of nightmarish. It is its own challenge. But it's a challenge that a lot of people will never understand. And I mean, granted, it's a good thing for a lot of people that they don't have to understand it. But at the same time, it's frustrating to have to explain it to people. Because it does become a pretty constant thing. It's not fun. Let's just put it that way. Oh, that was a door tile. I'm an idiot. Eh, whatever. Probably safer trying to pull on the dragon. Or they could just do that again. This one, real asshole. Oh great, I'm in the dealer seat again. I don't like being the dealer. We're gonna get rid of the 1. And then we're gonna panic! Get rid of the 3, because then we still have a pair. Okay, now we can get rid of the East. Get rid of the 1. We can slowly try to phase out the terminals. I said we're phasing out the terminals. And they give me a 1. Gonna get rid of that 2 because that's just not useful to me. Let's see. Get rid of the 9. Get rid of the 7. I think we may be able to build Chitoi. Which again, Chitoi is all pairs. So we're gonna get rid of that 9. We're just gonna see what we can do. Don't need the 3. You know, yeah, we're gonna give up on Chitoi. We're actually gonna go for Toy Toy, which is all triplets and 1 pair. Which I think may actually have been the right choice. Or not. Are you talking about the stuff with V Shoujo currently? Because if that is the stuff you're talking about, yes, I have seen that. I actually was talking about that a bit earlier. Because, yeah, I have a few thoughts on it. Like, first off, fucked. Secondly, V Shoujo, time and time again, they kind of show themselves to be a fucked company. But also, and I'm gonna come off as the asshole on saying this, this is one of those things that should have never happened and could have been prevented by simply just going over one's own finances. You know, that's kind of an important deal. Because I don't believe you should ever trust your company, any company that's paying you out, to do anything they say they will. Oh, motherfucker! Wasn't even the person who was in fucking Reach. And they hit me with Chinitsu. Doesn't matter. I think I am out. No, I am still in, but I might as well be out. And yeah, stealing from a charity, like, completely fucked, but at the same time, have you not paid attention to what V Shoujo has done time and time again? That's kind of par for the course for them, let's be real. Doing fucked up shit is on brand. You know, like that time that they totally let, you know, fucking Fruit throw Silvervale under the fucking bus. Let's not forget about that. I mean, it is difficult, yes. But when you think about it, she could have just, like, hired a CPA on the side. Like, even with saying, you know, like, oh, I don't want to do this because of anonymity, right? She said she was taking over her own finances. Which means having a CPA would probably be a must. So, like, she could have just had a CPA before, to be honest. Like, it really doesn't matter if you're a VTuber and you have a CPA. Because your CPA is not, you know, allowed to fucking say that you file your taxes with them. It's just one of those things they're not allowed to do. And yeah, exactly. He got fucking backstabbed all the fucking way. Like, I think he's kind of an annoying, shitty kind of person a lot of the time. But, like, at least with Nux, you kind of know what you're getting with him. So, like, I will always give him credit for that. Like, I don't like how fucking bombastic he can be. I don't like, you know, just sort of the way he comes off sometimes. Like, some of his stuff I used to think was pretty okay. But yeah, there's also the hypocritical stuff he's done. Sort of the other shit that he's gotten into that's been a bit creepy. But, like, at the very least, as a saving grace, you know what you're getting with the guy, right? Like, not making a, it's the devil you, fuck you, the devil you know situation. But I prefer that, you know, if someone's like a piece of shit or if someone's an asshole, at least they're upfront about it. Like, if you're an asshole and you're upfront about being an asshole, then by all means, I can be friends with you. But if you're an asshole and you try to hide that you're an asshole, no way that I can be friends with you. Because it's one of those things where, like, the honesty goes a long way. Also, we are losing like fuck in 4-player, so let's go to 3-player for a little bit. 3-player is a little bit different, by the way. We don't have a north player, and the north tiles are bonus tiles, essentially. Yeah, see, that's what happens. You get the Kita button, and oh, fuck. That is double bonus. I don't like that. But yeah, like, I don't know. I'd rather deal with someone who's a hypocrite and an asshole, but they're upfront about it, than, like, a company where they're like, oh yeah, we believe everyone should be treated well and nice and all of this, and then throw someone who is, quite frankly, one of, obviously, the nicer people in the VTuber sphere right under the fucking bus. Like, oh no! Silver Veil played the fucking wizard game. Get your torches and pitchforks. Fuck no. Like, you can feel however the fuck you want to feel, but when you start targeting someone and harassing someone because of a fucking video game, outright then and there, you are in fact the problem. Like, I don't care how anyone wants to justify it. If you attack someone over a fucking video game, you're the problem. Full stop. God damn. Well, that's a starter hand. Nothing like a fucking Baimon to start the match. Yeah, just like, I don't know. A lot of the stuff that happened, like, I feel like if you just had a CPA, because clearly you have the money for a CPA, there would be no problem. Like, you know, it's just one of those things that didn't need to happen. Yep, exactly that. And, guess where Henya is now? You know, in V Shoujo. With Fruit. The person who threw Silver Veil under the bus. You know, the one that was like, here, let me tie your hands and legs and throw you right under the bus. Don't worry, we all make mistakes. Let's not forget that Fruit, she didn't change her name from her previous life, and she's a well-known scammer from 4chan. Let's just put it that way. I mean, you know, it's not surprising when somebody has a husband that they, you know, fuck around behind the back of while they're off on deployment. It's not hard to imagine that they're not exactly an upstanding moral person. But, you know, tell me if I'm crossing a line here by saying something like that, you know, like something so fucking stunning and brave, right? Like, I don't know. I don't brook any fucking stupidity. And I definitely do not abide cheaters. I don't think I know what exactly that Google Doc is. We need to not take that. We need to do that. I need a west and a north, and then a red dragon and a 9-pin, and I fucking hate this situation right now. I'm trying to go for 13 orphans, but it keeps trying to give me things that I don't want. I am in pain. I'm also about to sneeze. And now that I've said it, it's stuck and it hurts. Why did I do that to myself? The sneeze is now stuck, and I am in pain. Well, so much for getting 13 orphans. I might need to be let in on the context for that. Okay, we're just gonna key to that, and key to that, and another key to. And we are getting rid of the 9. So these technically count as Dora, and then I have 4 more Dora over here. We're in a good position right now. Which pre-mental health treatment thing we talking about? Are we still talking about fruit? Because, like, I don't know with the fruit stuff. Like, I don't know. That ship kind of sailed where it was like, if you can acknowledge that you have problems and you don't seek help for it, then you can't fucking blame your problems as for why you're having your behaviors. That's how I see it, at least. Ah, okay. Chumba. I do not know the name Chumba. This one is a mystery to me. Hey, we got another Akadora! Hell yeah! Look at that. Look at that! Boom! And I'm taking from the both of them, so I am closer to number 1. There we go. 400 points off. Can Wiley do it? No one knows. Okay, I am going to have to look up who this Chumba person is. Because I am definitely out of the loop here. I will definitely need to figure out what the fuck is going on. Oh, hey, a thing I don't need. A west tile. Okay. Why does this Chumba thing sound kind of similar to, like, the Gumpai stuff? Also, is it me or just are VTubers in general just too fucking dramatic? Like, maybe I'm an asshole for saying this. I probably am. But, like, the reason I don't reach out to a lot of people or try to, like, make collabs happen, it's not like I'm shy or anything. Like, it definitely does take me a while to warm up to people. But it's because I'm particularly judicious about who I actually become friends with. And just the amount of fucking high school energy in VTubing. Like, I just see people and I'm just like, I was in high school once already. I don't need this bullshit. I'm doing this for enjoyment. Like, I don't need to be in things where people create fucking problems and then start blaming everyone else for it. Like, fuck, if I want to deal with that kind of bullshit, I'll get back together with my fucking ex-girlfriend. Like, for fuck's sake. I don't get why people have, like, this urge of, like, oh yeah, everything's been going fine. Time to fucking shoot myself in the foot. Like, no. That's not how you're supposed to do things. Like, it's just, I don't get people sometimes. And, like, it's not exclusive to VTubers either. You know, like, look at Pirate Software. You can be a fucking flesh tuber and still be a fucking idiot. Or, you know, you could also be Hassan, which means you can be a flesh tuber and a fucking waste of space. Oh no, I probably shouldn't say that. Dan Clancy might ban me. Or he'll do worse. He'll come into here and he'll start advertising his charity, not knowing the etiquette of his own fucking website. Yeah, did y'all hear about that? Did y'all hear that fucking Dan Clancy was going into streamers' chats and being like, hey, I'm shamelessly plugging the charity that I'm running an event for. I'm not able to talk or hear you right now, but you can come over here and watch my stream while other people were fucking streaming. Like, can you believe that fucking shit? And okay, let's see this. Oh, here's the TLDR. Not telling dude she was fucking, that she was in an open marriage for 7 years. Fuck. Okay. First off, red flag there, open marriage. Moving on. I unknowingly followed her husband and have art from him that he did of my pets. Alright. Some alleged manipulative behavior. The screen caps are definitely bad, but I don't have broader context. Yeah, well, if someone's not gonna tell people that she's, you know, in an open marriage, chances are she's gonna be okay manipulating people. Let's be real. So-called racism. She was the only white girl in the house in the house, and off-color humor was common. So, honestly, I feel like in that kind of a situation, like, if you're roommates with people, and y'all are throwing around spicy jokes, and the one person that doesn't look like you joins in on the spicy jokes, you know what? If you have a problem with that, you opened the fucking door. Don't fucking bitch about it. Like, you can't fucking bitch at your friends for getting spicy with you if you're the one who fucking threw the goddamn pepper in the pot, you know? Anywho, that's just my opinion on comedy. If everyone's telling jokes, jokes are jokes. You know, they're not dicks. You don't have to take them hard. Anywho. And bullying. All this was before mental health treatment, so I want to see how she is now. Okay, bullying, I don't know what the context for the bullying would be. But yeah, so far this person just kind of sounds fucked. And quite frankly, I feel like a lot of the time, especially if people are like, you know, considered public figures, they use mental health treatment as a shield to kind of get away and space themselves from actual accountability. And this is coming from someone who, you know, who actually had worked in psychology. I don't feel like mental health treatment is necessarily something that absolves people of their shitty behavior. Their actions will. So, you know, if they act differently, if they actually are different after their treatment, then good, it worked. They're a different person. Hopefully they can earn back the credit that they lost. But, you know, like, if they can't fucking behave like a normal fucking person, and they try to use mental health as an excuse, get treatment, and they are the same fucking person afterwards, then it's fucking bullshit. You know, that mental health excuse does not happen to be a get out of free card, you know? Yeah, get out of jail free. That's not how it works. Now, let's see. Yeah, my brother's Chinese, I'm white. If you heard some of the humor between us and did not know we were honestly, I would say that even if, you know, we don't know if you're siblings, right? If it's obvious that you're friends tell fucked up jokes with each other. That's what having a friend is. Somebody once asked me, like, a good friend of mine was just like, hey, we got a lot of people in the car, so we don't have any seats, Wiley. Would you be okay with being in the ashtray? And I fucking lost my shit. That was one of the funniest questions anyone has ever asked me. 'Cause, like, you can take it bad if you want to. But come on. They asked me specifically the ashtray to roast the Jewish friend. And calling it a roast on its own is fucked. And it's hilarious. Which, by the way, if I am your Jewish friend and you are going to roast me, please put me in at a comfortable temperature of 325 in the oven. Maybe, you know, throw in some onions, some lemons, a little bit of orange, maybe some herbs de Provence, a little bit of white wine to rest in. You know, really just dress it up. Ah, damn. Hex ain't even gonna throw me in at fucking 325. It's just straight up. You know, humans need to be cooked low and slow, right? Humans generally have a high enough fat content that low and slow is better. I don't know why I know this. And hold up, let me catch up while I'm waiting for them to take their turns, okay? Yeah, because that's where I'm struggling, because I have been the victim of poor or evil behavior due to mental illness. And I've seen Yeah, if it's a case of the meds or the treatment actually works, then yeah. That's why I say give the person a chance, but not absolution just because they went through treatment. You know, Ford, now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like a bad Jew. Not a single one of my family members is a lawyer. My life is a lie. I don't know how to feel now. I feel like I'm having a crisis here. Like an actual existential crisis. What the fuck am I? A Jew with no lawyers in the family. Can you believe it? I have to pronounce it very well, but most of the people in my family are very artistic people. You know, that's Artistic. You know, we're the artsy Jews, we're not the lawyery Jews. And see, that's always good to have because now, you know, no matter what, you're kind of protected. If you need legal counsel, you can always just call up one of your cousins and just be like, hey, shit's fucked, I need help. Me, if something's fucked up in my life, hey, shit's fucked. Oh yeah, you're broke, you do art. Sorry, bye. Can't believe I just roasted a family member on stream. They don't know what the stream is, they don't watch me, they don't know I stream, so... Unless they randomly found me and started watching streamers, they ain't gonna know. And fair enough. You know, there actually is a classification of, like, Spanish Jews that, grew up not knowing they were Jewish. I'm forgetting what the term for them are. But, like, they were the children of children who grew up in, like, you know, the Spanish Inquisition and everything. Where, like, they would go down to the basement and light candles on Friday nights, and they wouldn't know why they were doing it. Now that's fucked and hilarious. I'm assuming your brother fucking pissed himself laughing. Like, that's the kind of thing where it's just like, you know, the more fucked of a joke you can tell someone, a brother, a friend, anyone who's close to you, and it's just laughter, that's how you know, the relationship is real. And, like, I feel like people kinda, you know, they kinda lose the idea of what friendship is if they can't tell fucked up jokes to each other. Like, it kinda reminds me of, like, the meme where it's like, you know, it's that, like, 21-year-old blonde white girl where it's just like, I'm not racist, and all of her friends in her friend group look just like her. And then you see, like, the typical, like, Chad-looking dude, and he's just like, I am racist. All of his friends, different races, and they're all making fucked up jokes at each other. And it's just like, I don't know. I feel like that really kind of sums up, at least in Los Angeles, how having friends as a dude versus having friends as a girl is. Because, like, all the chicks I know, all of their friends are they're all the same carbon copy of each other. Whereas all the dudes are just like, yeah, no, fuck you, buddy. And they're always making fun of each other. Yeah, that too. The I'm not racist, but... Like, you know when you hear that shit, some fucking gold is about to be said. Because it's gonna be something fucking stupid, and it's gonna be worth dying laughing for. Hey, there we go. Toy Toy and 4 East. I don't know if Conning East actually... No, Conning East does not give extra points. Sad. But yeah. I'd say some of the best friendships I've had are the ones where we can be the most fucked up to each other. Like, I can tell you, definitely one of the worst friendships I've ever had. It was someone who was always super nice and super polite to me all the time, right? And totally always, you know, trying to make sure they weren't doing anything that would make me mad. And then they fucked my girlfriend. So, yeah. People who are overly conscious about being nice people, I don't fucking trust them. Like, I'm gonna say it right there, like, if you're too nice, right? If you are, like, Canadian stereotype nice for no fucking reason, like, automatically right then and there, red fucking flags. Like, friends need to be able to be somewhat dickish with each other. Fuck that person's entire existence. I mean, that is a pretty fucking good hand. But still, fuck them. I liked being in the 70,000 point range. Motherfucker. Ooh, that's a nice little shiny fucking thing there. I'm gonna... bonk. Let's see, once I get rid of this. I mean, I had a sitch where I was working with a very toxic liberal nightclub. I mentioned I had studied in India, and they asked... Hold on a second. There we go. And they asked what some of the downsides were: mistreatment of women, homelessness being correlated with colorism, and seeing racism towards those of African descent. I need to hit this button real quick. And also this button. And we're going to hit that real quick. Okay, I need to focus up for a second, so don't mind me. I'm not ignoring what you said. I will get there for a second. I need to handle not getting myself fucked over. Sure, we're gonna hit that, then we're gonna hit this. Okay, let's see. Fuck. There we go. Okay, and seeing racism towards those of African descent and being honest got me called racist by the staff, except for the only motherfucker that had been abroad. Like, I'm sorry, but none of you are Asian, and second, none of you have been to India. Yeah, no, a lot of people don't understand that the ideas of, like, the American concept of what is and isn't socially acceptable is very fucking different from outside of America. Like, for fuck's sake, we're fucking good about dealing with, like, you know, not necessarily our government in terms of dealing with criminals, but, did y'all hear that, like, fucking France, when American tourists were being pickpocketed, had to put up warnings and separate the American general public from the French pickpockets? Because as soon as a French pickpocket tried pickpocketing an American, they got their fucking shit rocked. Like, they found out Americans don't fucking play. And apparently, that was just a little too scary for the French. Oh, boo-hoo. Like, for fuck's sake. And, like, try pulling any of, like, the, oh, you're being racist or X, Y, and Z in, like, I don't know, let's say fucking Poland. The Polish aren't gonna give a fuck. Let's just put it that way. Or, like, God forbid, you know, the people who are like, oh, we want things to be a certain way, let's model ourselves after Japan. Have you seen how Japan treats foreigners? Just saying. You can't even rent a house there if you're a foreigner without having a company vouch for you. Like, America's the only place that is so fucking lenient towards, you know, people from out of country or out of state. Like, you know, they don't, well, not out of state, but you know what I mean, out of country, fucking just anything. The idea of what is and isn't okay socially here, very fucking different. Let's see, most places are casually and blatantly more racist than, are more casually and blatantly racist than the US. Yes, that is exactly true. At least here, most people are going to put a mask on until they finally slip up. Yeah, pretty much. Like, honestly, you want to see people drop their fucking mask. Spend 2 hours in LA traffic. Just fucking watch what happens. Like, I'm not condoning the way people act out here. But they definitely do act a certain way if they're in traffic for too long. I'm just saying. Like, the easiest way to tell the character of a person, watch them in traffic. Oh, fuck this person. You know, I hope it's a low-scoring hand. Yeah, that's right. Score low, bitch. I'm in the lead still. Ooh. Fucking hell. I think we're gonna end the Mahjong section here. Because goddamn. That was stressful. And I don't feel like ending stream on a loss. So. I'm gonna see if we can, maybe. Just maybe. We'll end the, night with a different game of Mahjong. Yeah, that's right. We have another Mahjong game. Not this one. But a game that is basically Balatro, but Mahjong. It's called Ao Tenjo. And it's a lot of fun. It's also apparently made with Unity, as the giant fucking thing that popped up in my face told me. Boom. Load. There we go. See, it's the magic spell. You have to yell at it to work. Like, hold up. You mean like screaming at someone like, have at you, you cur! Like that? Like the old-timey insult? Also, I am floating here, and I don't like that, so let me fix that real quick. Just gonna... That's not what I wanted. Hold on a second. Aha! Okay, we're just gonna load that game back in. We're gonna hit this. Boom. So I found out that you can actually save states for where you were in OBS by just hitting Control Z. So yeah, we're gonna play this real quick. Which one have I got actual wins on? I feel like I've done something. Oh, have I only actually... I'm sorry, what? Collection. Okay, I guess I've only gone through just the one. Yeah, we'll do this. Okay, add one of each kind to the wall. Boom. Okay, there are corrupted builds. I forgot how to do them. All right, we can discard first. Hello, I am Wiley, and I am dumb. Oh, right, we have to... We can't just click on all of them and get what we need. No, that would be too easy. Okay, that works. It doesn't let me con. Lame. So we'll go for all simples. I should probably change game, huh? There we go. We can just click that, do that. I am instantly the #1 player in this category because there's literally no one live on it right now. But that's fine. Oh, hey, we can do that. And we can discard that, and discard that, and discard that one, and also that one, and that one too, and that one, and that. Okay. We're gonna have to skip forward one, and then get rid of that and this. Okay, then we can do this. That corrupted tile is gonna fuck shit up. It's fine. And out. How's it going, Char? How you doing? I think you missed me getting robbed. Yes, we will take this. But yeah, I almost got 3 dragons in Mahjong tonight. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Understandable. But yeah, I almost got 3 dragons. I discard a 7 just so I can get the fucking white dragons, right? Because I was pawning. Motherfucker next to me. Ron's off the 7 for 1,000 points. I was in pain. Okay, let's see. All 5s. What the fuck is all 5s? Oh, a hand which everything includes 5. Okay. Voided to... This stuff is too complex for my brain right now. Oh, hey, a golden 4-sided die. Sure. Well, I'll also take... Ow! Thank you for the ducks. And I shall. Thank you very much, Pretzel. Thank you for the head pats. Much appreciated. We're also gonna buy this. And we're gonna buy that. And we're gonna do this. We're gonna go to the rubble pile because we don't have the money for a shop. Ow! Why? Why the bonk? My tiny little brain cannot handle being bonked. We're gonna take that, and we're gonna take that, and we're gonna take the copper dagger, which isn't a dagger because that's a one-sided blade, which means it's just a knife. Fair. Understandable. Okay, we're gonna take that, and we're gonna take that, and we're gonna do this, and this, and this. Boom. Now we're gonna try discarding that. And this. And maybe some of that. And maybe another one of these. And maybe one of those. See, it worked. Now we can just take that and that and that and boom! One voided suit. I don't know what one voided suit is. A hand that uses tiles from only 2 of 3 suits. Oh yeah, we could do that. That's easy. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that, and get rid of that, and get rid of this. And get rid of that, and that one... I guess we can't. Well, goodbye, voided suit. Unless... one voided suit still works. Okay, we were being stupid by trying to do anything else. There we go. We've exceeded what we need. And we're good. There we go. Why is this easier than Balatro? And now we just settle. Take that. Take this. Sure, we'll take that. Let's go to the forest. And we'll take that one. We'll also do this and take those. Or not, because I'm out of money. And we'll move on. In single suit, it says, for the flush. I think we can make that happen. We just need to... Ow! My head. The bonks, they hurt. Thank you for the hydrate. I actually do not have any water, so I will have to run and grab that real quick. I will be back in a second.
And his name is...
Oh no, not the chair! Anything but the chair, John Cena! I will be right back to get that water. Okay, I'm back and I got the water. Okay, let's do the thing. Where's the button? There's the button. All right. Let's see. What were we trying to do? We were trying to do a flush. We can do a flush. Flush isn't hard. Well, it's not supposed to be hard. Well, son of a bitch. Yeah, fuck it. We're going all out here. There we go. We got a flush. We have the score we need. So we don't have to worry. Boom. We can settle on that. Remember, if you don't succeed, then fuck it. Make it work. We're going to the Howling Mountain. We're hitting this, 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 and that with that one. And then we're hitting this, 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 boom. Now we're exiting. Boss tile, okay. When played, if the pair consists of simple tiles, all corrupt all the tiles, okay. Easy. So, I just need it to not be simple tiles. I need terminals. Boom. There we go. You can't corrupt it. And now I just need to make sure that I can somehow get what I need. Oh, this is gonna be a problem. Well. Guess that's just gonna be how it is. Just gonna get all the points, and it will be fine. There we go. Okay, let's discard bunch of shit. Okay, then we're just gonna take this one, this one, this one, and this one and play that. Because it doesn't really matter. We've got, you know, all the stuff we need. And there we go. We've won. Sure, we'll take that too. Take the mountain. Sure. Let's take the sutra. Then we'll take this, and then we'll take this. Next. Let's go to the treasure shop. Remove all the debuffs. Yes. Okay. You have been removed of your debuff. No debuff for you. Okay, we do that. Easy. I have no idea what happened. Why did it just get upgraded into a thing? I'm very confused. Oh, while scoring 30 foo. Okay. That's what happened. I hit the breakpoint to be able to activate it. Neat. Let's get rid of that one. No, we can't get rid of that. Okay, we got to skip. Now we got to discard. Awesome. Now we can just do this. Oh, yeah. I think we're just going to keep going until we lose. Okay, 2 dragon triplets. Can we get the hand that I was cheated out of before? Let's find out. Nope. Out of my reach once again. Sad. Okay, then we take none of that. And how's it going, Karst? How you doing? We're just playing a little bit of Mahjong tonight. Okay, let's see what we got here. We do this, this, and this. And then we do this. Boom. All honor. We know that this definitely is not Prince Zuko's hand. I always forget that I can get rid of the debuff that way. I'm doing all right. I'm just taking a break from having played actual Mahjong and not had the best of luck during that. I almost got the 3 dragons Yakuman and got fucking robbed. So I'm a little miffed. Just a little bit angry. A little mad about it. Okay, there we go. Boom. It's gonna still count as an all honor hand. And it should hopefully survive. Boom. There we go. Easy. And I have to settle. Shit. It's fine. Oh, hey, a Joker. That couldn't possibly have anything to do with Balatro, right? Not at all. Okay, let's see. What do we got? Every full house and every flush, huh? Okay, we're gonna do that. Boom! Well, we almost have all we need, just from one thing. Let's see, do we have... We have nothing. No, wait, 5, 6, 7... There we go. Saved it. And there we go. We have now met our quota. Whew. Okay, let's see, what do we have? Gotta skip. There we go. And now we do this. Boom. Ah, 3 little dragons. Stood on my doorstep. I think that's the lyric by Bob Marley, right? 3 little dragons stood on my doorstep. Or was that the other guy? The don't worry, be happy guy. I don't remember that guy's name. Does anybody remember that guy's name? I feel like nobody does. Anyways, gonna grab that. And that. Actually, not that. That and this and that. Boom. Okay, 11,250 points. I don't know if I can do this. Yeah, I can't do anything first turn. That's a little rough. There we go. Boom. All honor. All honor might not be good enough. That is worrisome. Okay, we should hopefully get this working. And if not, we're in trouble. Well, that's fine either way. Yeah, I don't think we're pulling this out. Well, might as well. Let's see what we get here. We gotta settle. Yeah, we lost. It was an okay run. That being said, though, it is late. I have to get to bed. So I will be seeing you all later. Let's find someone we can raid. Yeah, thank you to everyone who dropped in. Whether it was on Twitch, whether it was on YouTube, thanks for stopping by. Let's have